everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you a 5-star TBR predictions video. This is my third round of 5-star TBR predictions, which is of course, as I'm sure you all know, where we just take books off our TBR. I am strictly limiting this to the first shelf of my TBR and predicting what of those books will be 5-star ratings. I've limited this to the first shelf because I own like 400 books on my TBR and I want it to be books that I'm going to get to in a reasonable-ish time frame. Now, I have done 2 previous rounds of this. Maybe I'll make a playlist for this and I'll link the playlist. I'm not sure, there'll probably be something linked in the cards related to, or you know, just, you can have a look on my channel. There are other 5-star TBR predictions. And so I have 3 books here that I'm gonna talk to you guys about that I'm hoping will be 5-star reads. I have kind of ordered this from like my least confident to most confident that I will love books, but honestly, my faith in my own ability to know a 5-star read is kind of shaken. Not really shaken, but I know, and I'm sure you guys know if you watch my channel, I am very stingy when it comes to 5-star ratings. I just don't give them out that often. So it's very hard even for me to know what's going to actually get there until I read it. I mean, I'm sure that's true of everyone, but like even more so for me. So anyway, some of these I'm not as confident in as others. Some of this is more like, I'm not even sure if this will be a 5-star, but I'm just kind of hoping it will be. Anyway, so the first, I have 3. Did I say I have 3? I have 3. Somehow it's worked out, and that's not intentional. I just go through the first. I want a minimum of 3 in these videos, and it's just worked out that 3 is the max I can find each time on the shelf so that I'm like semi-confident or maybe be 5 stars. Anyway, the first book is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. So this is, like I said, the one that I'm least confident in of the 3. I have been so interested in this book from the first time I ever heard anyone talk about it, but it does get very mixed reviews. So this is about, from what I recall, is about there's like this famous kind of like horror gothic movie. I kind of think of him as being like a Hitchcock style person, but I'm not sure if that's correct. A Hitchcockian style director's daughter. So I think that director is dead, like he's no longer alive, I think. Anyway, and his daughter has died. But I think it's believed to be a suicide, and we are following a journalist who is trying to uncover the truth because he doesn't believe it was suicide, which is kind of a tropey-ish like premise. Like, it's not necessarily that original, but I've been intrigued about this since the first time I heard about it. It is kind of mixed media, as you may be able to tell from this. From what I understand, there's like websites and like articles and stuff in here, I think. This gets mixed reviews. The people who love it, and then the people who hate it, hate it. There doesn't seem to be any kind of middle-of-the-road reviews from this, from what I have seen. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to fall on the side of loving it because I've been so interested in this for so long. I think the ending is kind of divisive, which, let's be honest, the ending can make or break a book. This is also really long. It's close to 600 pages. I am excited to get to this though, because this has been on my TBR. I mean, all of these have been on my TBR for ages. But I've been interested in this one. Like, it took me ages to get my hands on a copy of this book because I'll actually put a picture. There was a cover that I wanted that I just couldn't find. I think it's not in print anymore and I couldn't find. So I ended up getting this cover, which I really don't like. But I finally gave in and purchased this copy. And so I was interested in it for so long, finally got my hands on it. Then it sat on my TBR for like 4 years, and now I'm finally soon, in the next couple of months probably, going to read it, and hopefully it'll be 5 stars. That's the first one. The next book that I'm slightly more confident than the last one, but still, who knows, that could be a 5-star, is All the Rage by Courtney Summers. So this, I'm not even 100% sure exactly what it's about, but I believe this deals with that this is like rape fiction, which is a topic that I'm always super interested in reading. And I also find that those books that really like talk to really important issues and do it well, those are often the type of books that will lead me to give a book 5 stars. I recently read Sadie by Courtney Summers, which is her most recent book, I believe, and I gave that 4.5. This is pretty short as well. Like, this is only just over 300 pages. But I've been like, this one it's not even like I just had wanted to read this for so long. I had kind of heard things about it. Then I bought it kind of on a whim when I had, I think, some credit from like Dimmicks on my account. And so I bought it. And now that it's coming to time, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna love this. And so here's hoping that this will be a 5-star. So that's the second one. And then finally, my third and final prediction that I'm hoping will be a 5-star read is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. This is so ginormous. This is almost 1,500 pages, which is crazy. But I have mentioned recently, I think I mentioned it in a video recently, that there's kind of a group of classics that for a few years I'd always been like interested in as like kind of my most like hyped classics that I was interested in. Jane Eyre was one of those, which was in my last 5-star TBR predictions and didn't end up being a 5-star. It was only a 4-star for me. But this, I mean, not that Jane Eyre is any different, but this is one that the people who have read this always seem to really love it. I don't know too much about what it's about, except that it's one of those ones that I've wanted to say kind of vague on. I know that it's a revenge story. That's it. And I do love revenge stories. I also know that there's a movie, and a lot of people seem to have like seen the movie before they read this classic. I've never seen the movie, so I look forward to like watching that once I've read this book. But this is going to be such an investment to read, but I'm pumped because I just think that I'm gonna love this. I also love this just like bold red spine. This is like in one of the vintage editions. It is an absolute beast, but I'm hoping it's gonna be worth it. So that's it. Those are my 5-star TBR predictions for this most recent round of predictions. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below. If you've read any of these 3 books, what did you think of them? Were they 5 stars for you? Don't spoil me on any of them, obviously, but what rating did you give them? Were they 5-star highs or did you hate them? I'd be interested to know. Also, let me know if there's any books that you've just been like really pumped to read for ages that you just know you're gonna give 5 stars, but for some reason you just haven't read it yet, because I've got a lot of those. But these are the 3 from my most like upcoming set of TBR books that I think I'm gonna love. So I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. But that is all I have for this video today. Bye guys.